Hello, today we are talking about what I do for leg day. Now I do 2 leg days. Let's pretend that I've just finished the first one, which you're gonna see. I'm gonna show you the one with squats, alright, because it's the most interesting. I do pretty much the same thing on both leg days. There's just some minor changes which I'll get into, but the main change is that instead of squats, I do leg press on my second leg day of the week. But anyway, let's get into it. So 2 months ago, this is me doing a 100 kg squat for the first time for 1 rep. Alright, this is the first time I've ever done that, and since then I've come a very long way. So you'll see here, it's very hard for me to get the weight up. Today, I'm going to be doing 100 kg again, but for way more reps. So just before this, sadly I couldn't record it, but I did 4 sets of leg curls and some adductors in the adductor machine, just to warm everything up. I like to do the leg curls first. This makes it much harder for you to get an injury while doing the squat or any other sort of leg press, you know, where you're adding a lot of weight. On the squat, I am trying to power lift basically. I am lifting heavy weights. And this is just so that I can get better at the squat. I just want to be stronger, anywhere between 3 and 6 reps. Now, since I last did squats, many things have changed. As you can see, the weight's coming up much easier. Still a struggle, I still really power through. It's painful. As you can imagine, anyone who's done squats for more than 5 reps knows it gets really painful and tiring. It's very taxing on the body. But also, well, the changes I made were, one, the bar is now lower on my back, so I feel more stable this way. It allows me to brace more, and I feel like I do better form with the bar a little lower down. It is a little taxing on the wrists when you're not used to it, but I don't mind, it's not too bad, especially when you're used to it. So yeah, now my wrists don't hurt doing that, and I'm really enjoying squatting. So with the bar lower down, I've also got flatter shoes, right? So now I have completely flat shoes, and I'm telling you, it has really debunked my squat. It's forced me to use better form. I recommend from the very beginning using flat shoes. You might feel weak, but it's fine. Okay, it doesn't matter. I literally got 100 kg for 11 reps before I changed my shoes. Now I'm getting 100 kg for 7 reps, and those 7 reps were hard, right? You saw, like, it was a real struggle getting the weight up at the end. But nevertheless, it's good form. That's how you should be training, with flat shoes on the squat. So this is my second set. I got 5 reps. As a general rule, I try to get 2 reps less than my last set if I'm sticking with the same weight. If I change the weight and lower it, I try and match the amount of reps. Okay, that's just a general rule. Doesn't always work. Alright, but I like to try, and it makes me push really hard, as you saw in that set. So on this set, I go down by 20 pounds, which is about 10 kg. So this is 90 kg on the bar. And as I just stated, if I go down in weight, I try and match the amount of reps I did on the previous set. So on this set, I was going for around 5 reps. Now that's still quite a lot of strength building rather than muscle, which is why I do a lot of quad exercises after the squats, just to really make sure I put a lot of emphasis on my quads. They're the things that really struggle to grow. My calves are actually surprisingly good. I'm quite happy with my calves. I still train them because I like them. I want them to get bigger still, but my quads are, I would say, my weak point. So this is what I train the most. I always think, if you look at a fitness influencer, right, you want to listen to them about their weak body parts that they've grown, right? So my quads have always been super weak. So my upper body has always been the most developed thing. My upper body has been so much better than my quads. But that's okay, because as you'll see at the end of this video, I've grown them so much in the past, well, 5+ years that I've been training. I haven't always trained legs, to be fair. I'm quite into calisthenics, so it's not a very leg defined sport, you know. So I've basically skipped legs for a good 2 to 3 years of my life of training, but now that I'm training them, I enjoy them. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do enjoy legs, but more tips about the squat, you'll see that I go below parallel on every single rep. Again, that allows me to help build the quads, it allows me to do the exercise properly, avoid injury, because I could add a shit ton more weight to the bar and do half reps, but it's not going to help me, is it? It will help my ego, but it ain't going to help me in the future, alright? Putting future investments in right now, making sure I go deeper than last time. Every rep, yeah, it has to be below parallel, or at least 2 parallel, or I'm not even going to count it. So yeah, that's why you see me going quite deep here. So this last set was 80 kg for just as many reps as I could. I really wanted to finish off my legs on the squat with a lighter weight that I knew I could do for at least 8 or more reps. So without wasting any time, using the exact same squat rack, I set up for the most amazing exercise of the day, Bulgarian split squats. These things are deadly, they really are. I've grown to hate them and then love them and then kind of back to hating them, but honestly, as long as I have something to hold on to, I don't mind them that much. I make sure I rest a minute between each of my legs, so I treat each leg as its own set, but I don't rest too long because otherwise the exercise would take me way too long, and I don't want to be in the gym for longer than I already was. I don't want to mention how long. It's usually around an hour and a half, to be honest, but you don't need to. I like to take my time a little bit. I like to be in the gym, so I don't mind being in there for over an hour. But yeah, so you'll see I end up resting like a full minute and then setting it up again as if it's a completely new set, and I do each leg 3 times. So you could say that's 6 sets, but I still count it on my plan as 3 sets. I just make sure I start with my weaker leg and I match the reps with my stronger leg, because I don't want one leg to be bigger than the other. I'd rather not deal with that imbalance. But yeah, I'm in a lot of pain doing this exercise, so I do go a little bit fast. I always recommend that you hold on to something though. If you want to improve your balance over muscle growth, then you can just do it without holding on to anything, unsupported, unassisted, whatever you want to call it. But I don't really care about balance. I just want to build my quads up as much as possible. I like using a heavier weight for more reps. So, and I can't do that if I'm not holding on to something, right? So that's what I do. So as I mentioned earlier, I do like to train calves because mine are, well, they're quite defined. I like the way they look. They're not small. From this angle, don't look great, but you know, I still enjoy working them out. I want them to get bigger. So yeah, I will train them just as much as any other muscle. Well, not as much as my quads, but I do at least 3 sets of standing calf raises. It's usually around 3 sets with partials though, so because I'm quite an advanced lifter, that equates to maybe 4 or 5 normal sets, which is, yeah, it's quite a lot, you know, for the calves. And I also, on my second leg day, I go to seated calf raises just to hit the whole muscle fully. Alright, I don't want to miss anything out. I want to make sure that both parts of the calf are developed as much as possible. So yeah, I do standing and seated. Also add some variety, you know. leg extensions, everyone loves leg extensions, so this is a great way to finish off the quads. I find it's, well, for me it's the best way to finish my workouts, or my leg workouts. I love doing leg extensions. I always do them last just to fully isolate the quads and finish them off, and I also do partial reps afterwards just to add some more intensity, because I don't know, my workouts are quite intense. Otherwise I'd rather do more intensity than more volume. I don't want to spend even more time in the gym than I already do, so yeah, I like to work harder, not longer. You just see me like die at the end of that set, but I was completely done for on this day at the very least. I don't know why, I just felt a bit off, a little bit sick kinda. I'm glad that I got like a new record on squats. Everything else I was kinda just like, yeah, alright, let's just work hard. But yeah, we'll move on to the crazy pump I got soon. I don't take anything for a pump, right? I didn't like carb up before this workout. I didn't like eat salt or have like a pre-pump or pre-workout thing that pumps you up. I just go in there, do my workout with some caffeine, and you know, get it done, and I end up with a pretty good pump anyway. So as I said earlier, my legs have grown so much since years ago when I barely trained them. I think we can all relate to this feeling of pain, whether it's in work or in the gym, that we can all relate to just dying, or this moment right here where you're like, oh no, oh that was horrible. But yeah, let's move on to the pump. Sorry I couldn't get a better photo, but yeah, you can see the difference, right? Like, my quads have gotten huge since, you know, like 6 months ago on the left, but when I started training them properly, I've managed to grow them loads, and yeah, I'm super happy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, I hope you guys learned something from this video, maybe it helped in some way, or it was just entertaining. But yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Actually, turns out I do have a better photo. I just had to censor it a little bit. This is without a pump, by the way, so it's just a little more, you know, my legs are a bit more defined, or the one that I'm actually tensing is. So yeah, I just wanted to show maybe a better quality photo. I'll see you guys in the next one.